Mr. GG from the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement Channel. Broadcasting live downtown Kansas City, Missouri. It's cold in the motherfucker down here. It's cold, y'all. But I'm going to get my video in for you guys, my live stream in for you guys. Make sure you click the like button. I appreciate it. Click that subscribe button. Help your boy get the subs up, man. Clicking on the subscribe button is absolutely 100% free. Don't cost you any money, right? Cost you maybe a quarter of a second. So, yeah, click that like button, man. Click the subscribe button. Press the subscribe all button when the little bell comes up. I appreciate it, Today's topic I want to talk about is that you guys kind of see me looking around. There's a lot of cars down here where I'm at. But anyway, today's topic I want to talk about is you got to set up, man, boundaries, man. You got to set up boundaries, positive boundaries. And you also have to protect your emotional energy as a man. You fucking have to do that shit, okay? All right? Nobody else is going to do that but you. So, yeah. Anyways, make sure you click the like button, subscribe button. I got my number one sub in the chat. What's going on? And also moderator. Silent Fantastic, one of the greatest passport bros that are working behind the shadows, man. If you guys ever get a consultation with this man or hear him on a live stream, I would highly recommend you shut the hell up and listen to Silent Fantastic. He knows what he's talking about, what he has to present. He talks about all the successes and mistakes he has made. There was a lot of things that we have talked about we cannot disclose on YouTube, So anyways, make sure you guys show that man some love, man. But shout out to you for Silent Fantastic. Yes, good morning. I am getting it in early. He says, what's up, bro? Getting in early? Yes, I'm getting in early. Have to, man. So, yeah, make sure you too. I also made another video, man. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but I talked about how at the airport, they're targeting, black men and light-skinned men at the airport, man. And they're plainclothes DEA agents targeting black men and light-skinned men at the airport. So make sure you go take a look at that video. It's pretty lengthy. It's about 2 hours long. I did a reaction video to it, So it was 3 separate videos all in one. So go take a look at it if you guys can. And also Silent Fantastic too, whenever you get a chance, and just let it play. So, but anyways, without further ado, so I want you guys, man, you got to remember, set up positive boundaries, protect your emotional energy. You have to. I say that because you're going to be tested out here, man, especially in the Matrix, man. And you're going to be tested also, too, with, just people in general, from dating, women, business, people in association, because you can offer something absolutely free, man. But what I'm learning the hard way too, and I have learned before, is that whatever you offer for free, there are going to be a percentage of those people who do not appreciate it. I'm going to say it again. Whatever services, whatever item you're offering for free, there are going to be people who don't appreciate it, okay? All right? They're just not going to appreciate it. I don't know why. This is just how they wired. You're also going to run into people too who not only do not appreciate what you offer for free, but there are also people too who will drain your fucking energy. It could be anything from, if you're giving a donation, it could be somebody who actually is spreading negativity. You understand? All right. It could be something where you just simply tell a person, hey, I don't appreciate this, or this is something I do not like. This is something that I despise. This is something I won't tolerate, right? And you set that boundary up, and that person will think in their mind, oh, okay, on one side of the brain, and they'll tell you that, but on the left side of the brain, well, I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. I'm going to do the opposite of 100% what he or she or whoever has set up for me. You understand? It's a sign of disrespect. If a person continuously breaks your boundary, right, crosses your boundary, that's a red flag. And I highly recommend you to either just warn the person once or twice, but if they continue to do it, man, you got to cut that ass off. You understand? Right? Because a lot of boundaries you got to set up. This is shown that you have self-respect for yourself. Okay? Your self-respect as a man comes first. If they don't respect your boundaries, that lets you know they're not going to respect a lot of people's boundaries, If they're not going to respect you as a person, they show they don't respect other people as a person either. Okay? All right? But your boundaries has to be set very, very thoroughly. They have to be concrete. Okay? And you have to mean this shit. Because if you don't set them up, I'm telling you, people will cross them every goddamn time. There are some people who are very, very good and kind-hearted people that will still cross your boundaries. But you have to set them up. You understand? All right? You're not here to cater to their feelings or their emotions. No. You can just be kind about it and be cool about it and just say, hey, I don't appreciate X, Y, and Z. Can you please, stop? Or can you please not serve me this? Or please do not do this to me or whatever. You understand? And the person can just comply or that's it, All right? Because you got to remember, there are a lot of parents who raise grown-ass kids, right? I call them grown-ass kids, right? To not understand that people have boundaries. People do have boundaries, okay? It's just the fact that some of the parents, some of the people just never taught them that people have boundaries, okay? All right? Boundaries are designed for a reason, okay? Some people look at boundaries as a privilege, right? But they don't necessarily look at it as boundaries are designed to protect themselves and the other people. You understand? All right? But also, too, you just got to kind of look at it from the standpoint of, am I setting up these boundaries because I want to be respected? I want to be a person of value, or do I want to be trampled all over, Because they will trample all over you. They will fuck you over. If you allow a person to do things to you, they will fuck you over. All right. I had a couple situations I ran into where I had a buddy of mine, and remember, you guys, I do cut hair, okay? So I had a buddy of mine, I was in the middle of cutting his hair. And I offered to do his hair for free, and I had been doing his hair for free for so many years, right? But the problem is that he went from, oh my God, you're doing great haircuts, keep up the great work, man, I appreciate it, whatever. And the guy, he's homeless, he doesn't have a place or whatever. And I decided to do his hair for free, right? And I never charged the guy, okay? And then it took one time, maybe two, for him to all of a sudden complain and say, well, I want this, I want that. Give me your clippers. Let me do it my way. No, you're not going to take my clippers and do it your way. Go get another pair of clippers. And so he got pissed off and said, well, I should be able to do it the way I want to or whatever, right? And I'm like, okay, well, go get your own clippers. You see where I'm going with this? I was offering a service for free to that person, and he wanted to grab my clippers and do whatever the fuck he wants to. You understand? And so he left out of the place, pissed off, because of the simple fact I set that boundary. You see where I'm at? Do I give a fuck about his feelings and his emotions? No. That's just what you got to do to people. Just this morning, there was a lady who was serving me breakfast, and I said, I wanted, I think it was like a spoonful of whatever the hell she was serving me, right? I just wanted a small spoonful. It was already pre-ordered on there. And I told her, thank you. She said, you want some more? I was like, no. And she frowned at me because I said, oh, I didn't want any more, And I set that boundary up because of the simple fact I didn't want any more, Why the fuck are you frowning at me because I don't want extra of what you're offering me? I just don't. You understand? And some people don't get that shit, man. Hey, you set the boundary, right? You set the stage of how you're going to have people treat you. If you do not set that stage, I'm telling you, they will walk over your ass, okay? And it's true. There's a lot of gullible, a lot of naive people out there. A lot of gullible, a lot of naive people out there. You guys might hear police sirens in the background, so kind of bear with me, okay? But There's a lot of gullible, naive people out there, and oh shit, I hate when that shit happens. Fucking sirens and fire department come out of nowhere. That shit's fucking crazy. You guys hear that shit? Hopefully that shit calms down a little bit. But anyway. Oh, there it goes, commenting. Okay, so anyway. People will fuck you over if you only allow them to. You understand? No, and listen, those situations I give you are just little minor situations, you know. I teach my daughter about setting up boundaries because she's young, you know. At the day of this video, she's 15, you know. And I had to tell her, okay, what would you do like a grown man like myself, right? Because she had some bed issues where, you know, her bed, you know, kept collapsing and all this shit. And she had some friends over. And I told her, and I said, well, honey, if you got problems with your bed collapsing and you don't like people sitting on it, you know, or whatever, you have to set up the boundaries, you know? I told her, how would you feel if a grown man like me went in your bedroom and started hopping on that bed? If I started jumping my grown ass on the bed, how would you make them feel? How did that make you feel? She said, I would feel sad. I'll be feeling mad. I'll feel disappointed. I said, okay. So what would you have to do to set up the boundary? She said, I would have to tell you to stop jumping on the bed. No. You don't tell a person. You have to ask a person, can you please stop jumping on the bed, right? And the person can simply say, okay, yes, I will do that, right? And, you know, if they're mature, they're going to follow up with an apology, you know, or whatever. But let's say 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, I get my grown ass back on that bed. I start jumping on that bed. Well, what are you going to do then? She said, I'm going to ask you again to stop. You are? Yeah. And I said, why is that? Because what? You're disrespecting my boundary. You see where I'm at? I teach my daughter this at a young age because there are grown motherfuckers out here. They cannot stop, right? At all. They cannot stop at all disrespecting people because they haven't been taught, man, that when it comes to boundaries, right? Boundaries are there for a reason. And see, a lot of them haven't been taught when they were kids that, hey, man, there are boundaries. There are positive boundaries and there's negative boundaries. But I encourage you guys at least start with the positive boundaries, you know? Because like I said, they will take advantage of you. People will take advantage of you. People will fuck you over. People do a lot of things to you if you don't set those positive boundaries up. Okay? So my daughter learned. She's learning, you know, hey, you know, I got to make sure that when I set my boundaries up, I tell people in advance, not be mean about it, but be very polite. But then, you know, after, 2-3 times, whatever, then the calls got to come out, man. And you just either have to just make sure they don't never do it again or cut their asses off and be done with them. Okay, that's it, you know, because there's people who've been taught the opposite that, hey, I can do whatever I want. I can run over whoever the fuck I want to, and I don't care how they feel about it. You know, I don't care what's going through their mind about it. You know, there's a lot of that shit going on. Okay? I'm telling you. Now, another thing, too, I want to talk about on this topic is your emotional energy. Okay? What do I mean by protecting your emotional energy? Okay? Well, you got people, particularly women, in my opinion, or what I call emotional vampires, okay? All right, now I'm gonna go into how this go hand in hand with boundaries, okay? So if you're dating a woman, okay, in a relationship with a woman, what have you, right? And I'm talking in the very beginning, okay? The very beginning stages of the dating and or relationship sequence, okay? You have to tell this woman right off the gate, man, what the hell you will put up with, what you won't put up with, what you will tolerate, what you don't. You have to, okay? Because those particular women, they will take advantage of you. I'm telling you, okay? If you prioritize your time as a man, and you should prioritize your time, and you value your time as a man, you need to tell her, I prioritize my time, I value my time, and I will not have it taken advantage of. You understand? I will not have it abused. Okay. And if you guys are scheduling dates for meetups, it could be a date in person. If you guys doing LDRs, it could be a virtual date, right? It could be an appointment, whatever it may be. And every time you turn around, this woman, when it comes to the date and time, she's continuously ghosting, disappearing, always late, right? Always got an excuse why she can't make it. Does that sound like a woman that's valuing your time, or does it sound like a woman that's trying to take advantage of you? Or does it sound like that's a woman who is pretty much just reckless and don't give a shit? You understand? All right? If you understand that this woman is just a reckless bitch and she doesn't value your time, then you need to kick her to the curb. You warn her, once or twice, and then if it continues to happen, just be done with it, okay? But I will tell you this when it comes to women. They will hit you, not all of them, but they will hit you with the, I'm sorry. And I did a video about I'm sorry and I love you, because they figure if they say I'm sorry and I love you, right? People believe and women believe everything's supposed to be fine and it's supposed to go right back to normal. No, it doesn't go back to normal. You're going to hear my wrath. You're going to hear my pain, or you're going to see my wrath and see my pain. And that's it. In the discussion, we're done. Okay. So if you put those boundaries up and you told her, hey, look, I value my time. Okay. If you decide to ghost me, if you decide to cut the communication off with me, if you decide to not, we make an appointment or a date, and you decide that you're not going to just show up and this is consistent or whatever, right? We're done. You're not the match for me. I'm not the match for you. There's no need to waste each other's time. I'd rather invest my time and energy on a person who's going to reciprocate and give me the same time and energy back, if not more. Click the like button as you come in. Click that subscribe button as you come in. This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Click the subscribe button, you guys. I'm trying to get my subs up, okay? Click that like button too, okay? You see today's topic is about setting up positive boundaries and also protecting your emotional energy, okay? All right? But set those boundaries up, okay? Keep them up there, okay? All right? You have to, if you value communication is really big for myself. And this particular woman or guy too, even in the world of business, right? And they're like, they're contacting and they're gone, or if you are doing a business transaction, in my case, I do a lot of real estate from time to time. And every time you turn around, you contact this person and they hanging up the phone, or they're like, well, I don't know who it is. I'm not going to pick up the phone or whatever, right? But yet they're expecting to do a real estate transaction. They're expecting to get cut a check. They're expecting for a contract to get signed. But their skepticism is, well, I don't know who the phone number is, so I'm just not going to pick up or whatever. How the fuck we're going to get some shit done? For real. Shit. We've already traded phone numbers. You should have put my phone number in your phone, or you should have wrote it down or something. How the fuck do you expect this shit to get done? And this person immaturely, they ghost you, they disappear on you, they don't answer your phone or whatever, right? Does that sound like somebody you want to do business with? Fuck no. Because they're not valuing the communication. You understand? There has been many incidences. I had an incident just recently. Chick set up her and gave me 2 phone numbers. And I told her I would follow up with her, right, through my follow-up system. And I follow up with her. She's hanging up the phone. Oh, my God. Now, answer the phone because she doesn't know who the phone number is. All these different types of things, right? Why would I want to do business with a person like that? Because she doesn't value communication. So what the fuck you think I'm going to do? I'll just go do business with someone else who's willing to do business with. You understand? And then she'll look up probably a month, 2 months later. Hey, I still got this piece of property I'm trying to sell. Are you still interested or whatever? And, and I'll see if I can entertain it. But I'm not going to get strung along because of this bitch. No, fuck no. Shit. There's more deals, more opportunities out there, man. And I tell you guys, and I tell the boys on this channel, you have to have an abundance mindset, okay? If a person in life is not valuing your boundaries, okay? They're not valuing your emotional energy. They're not protective of the relationship you guys have. You should not have any goddamn thing to do with that person. No matter if it's business, no matter if it's a dating, no matter if it's a relationship. If you guys have friends, no matter if it's a friendship or association, it doesn't matter. Okay? All right? Now, don't let these people run all over you, because they will do it. They will take advantage of you every fucking time if you allow it to happen. They will. All right? They fucking will. Click that like button as you come in. Click that subscribe button. Okay? All right? Another thing about boundaries is this. You also want to discuss to the person and make it clear to them about, this goes hand in hand with dating, and that is time management. Time management. I listen, communication and time, that's my bread and butter right there. Shit, that's what makes me or break me. Okay. I was listening to a guy and he was telling me, and it made a lot of sense. A lot of Americans do this, but in the Philippines, they have what they call Filipino time, and we have what we call American time. Okay. If a motherfucker says, hey man, we got an appointment at, let's say 8 a.m., right? We expect that person to at least be there around about 7:55, right? 7:55, 7:45, whatever. If they're a little late, like 8:05, that's no big deal. Okay. All right. In the Philippines, if you schedule a date and it's like 8 o'clock, right? They're not talking about 8 o'clock. They're lying. 8 o'clock to them is more like 10 o'clock a.m. But by then, what they don't realize is we as Americans will be done. We're gone. And they got the audacity to call you up and, well, where are you at? I left. 8 o'clock was there. I waited till like 8:15, maybe 8:30, and I'm out the door. Done. You didn't contact me, let me know you're going to be late. I tried to contact you, and well, I was in the tub and I was taking a shower and all this shit. Bye. And you end it. And that's just proper protocol, And then they say, well, you're supposed to be flexible. That's not flexibility. 2 hours? God damn. Fuck no. You understand? Listen, gentlemen. Do not let somebody waste your time. Do not let somebody unvalue your time. Do not let someone lie to you. If you guys came in agreement, that's the agreement. And you make it fucking clear to them. Hey, 8 o'clock. I don't want 10 o'clock. I don't want 9:15. I don't want none of that shit. If we're going to meet at 8, that's what we're going to be. If you're going to be late, I appreciate you to contact me in advance before 8 o'clock. Hey, listen, it's 7:45. I'm going to be a little late, or look, I'm not going to be able to attend. I apologize. Can we reschedule for another time? Sure. And you tell them the reason why, make you another appointment, right? Or a meetup, and that's that. In a discussion. You understand? All right? I would respect that than to just let a person on and just expect them to just sit there and meet up. And there was a lot of American and Canadian relationships, right, that ended in the Philippines because the simple fact of time management. You understand? All right? It's crazy, So, and you got to make it clear to them, hey, man, don't pull that Philippine time shit on my ass, man. Hey, we agree at 8 and that's it, You see the boundaries? You have to set that boundary. I'm telling you that shit. And make it clear to them, Here, I'll throw a bonus out there. Let's meet at 8. If you are extremely late, I swear to God, we're done. I can't date you anymore, all right? That'll put a little bit of fire under their ass, because if she really values you, she's not going to be late. I'm telling you. All right, if anything, she's gonna be a little early because she doesn't want to end it. You understand? For real, I'm telling you this. All right. But this is like, an example I'm giving, because I've seen a lot of that situations happen. When it comes to dating, like these guys in the Philippines on YouTube, American Dating Philippines. Someone from United States and Canada, and yeah, we'll end that shit like really quickly. So yeah, but you got to set those boundaries up, man. And protect your emotional energy. I'm telling you this too, man. I was watching a chick on YouTube, man, and it was through a reaction video, and this chick was so cold-hearted, man. I was like, wow, this bitch sat up here and actually told a whole bunch of guys, right, that she was bold about it. She said, well, I will make you fall in love with me And then after I make you fall in love with me, then after that, I'm just going to ghost your ass. All right? So you have to ask yourself, all right? Do you as a man want to associate with somebody like that? Do you want to involve yourself with someone who says, well, I'm going to make you fall in love with me, and after you fall in love with me, I'm just going to ghost you? Why would you want to invest your emotional energy to someone like that? There's a lot of that going on, boys. And I tell you this, to avoid those things happening, because you don't know what that other person's intentions is when you first meet that person, is that you protect your emotional energy as much as possible, okay? All right? Don't be quick to fucking adopt the I love yous and I care about yous, or you're the best man for me, and I never met somebody like you, whatever, you know. Guard your emotional energy. Do not be quick to emotionally invest these goddamn bitches, okay? You shouldn't have to invest into these women immediately. No, absolutely not, okay? We read people say one thing, and that is this. That was very powerful, and I had to learn this too. And that is that when you meet a woman, you need to have her put some skin in the game. Minimum 3 years, you know. In that 3 years, right, you're going to be dating her. You're going to be having sex with her. And then in that 3-year time frame, you're going to be vetting aggressively to see if she's willing to stick around or not. If you're dealing with a woman that's trying to hurry you up into a relationship, you set up the boundary, say, no, I don't want a relationship. I just want to date, or I just want to have sex. And she's still trying to hurry you up into it because her biological clock is ticking. You need to kick her to the curb. You've already set the boundary up. Okay? You set that boundary. You've already made it clear to her you just want to have sex. You would like to date, right? But you're not looking for any type of relationship. You're not trying to hurry up and speed up a relationship, right? And she's lying, knowing deep down that's what she wants, but I'm gonna try to convince him to it. Or I see some of them look at it this way. I see him as a challenge. Well, I'm gonna see if I can change his mind. No. She can only be disappointed in herself if she's still trying to change you to be something that you are not. Okay? I even tell women this all the goddamn time. I am not in the changing business. Okay? I don't want to change her into something that I want her to be. And I don't want her to try to change me into something that she wants me to be. It's not going to happen. It's not. And you guys need to start telling these chicks the same shit too, man. Because if you don't, man, they will take it as a challenge.